Hello. So I have some news for you. People lie. People lie because you ask them a question, they want to make you happy. People lie because they want to give a socially acceptable answer. But often people lie because you ask them a question they cannot answer. Like, how good is this TV show? Or how good is this conference? Gosh, I don't know. Compared to what? So liking is exactly the wrong question to ask people. Why do we know that? If we look at the ability of liking to predict market outcomes, you're lucky to get 15 or 20% accuracy of predicting things like sales bumps from advertising or TV ratings. If you look at measuring the brain's unconscious emotional responses to an experience, you can predict market outcomes with 80% or greater accuracy. So let's think about that for a second. If you ask people what they like, 4 out of 5 times, when you make that multi-million-dollar decision, you'll be wrong. But if you can measure the brain's response to that experience, you're going to be right 80, 85% of the time. The amount of value you can create is enormous. And this is where Immersion Neuroscience comes in. My academic lab spent 20 years identifying neurologic signals that tell us how much the brain values an experience. When you understand how experience is valued, you can predict what people will do after that experience, like purchase after an advertisement, or keep watching a show that's so valuable to them. So we identified this neurologic state we call immersion, in which you are attentive to the information that's around you, but you're also emotionally engaged by it. You really care about it. Right? So, oh my gosh, neuroscience, how with wires, big machines, how are we going to do that? Well, this is a solution we came up to after 20 years, which is a wearable neurosensor. I've got one on right now, which is off the shelf. We hack the signal to that neurosensor. That gets shot up to the cloud, and we measure a set of neurologic signals in real time for any number of people, so you can see right now what the brain is valuing and also what frustrates people. So this ability, this software as a service, means that anybody can do neuroscience, understand if that TV show, if that movie, if that advertisement, if that training event is valuable and how to improve it. So if you're going to get involved in business intelligence like Noden, you've got to make the best decisions. So for Immersion Neuroscience, we want to know not only what people care about, but how they'll act. So we built these algorithms in reverse. We looked at brain responses when people responded to a stimulus. They purchased, they shared, they remembered. And that's where the value creation comes in. So this is battle-tested, literally funded by the CIA and DARPA. This stuff works in lots of domains. So let me give you 5 examples that you can use in your businesses right now. The first is content. So our benchmarks give you clear go, no-go signals for content. They will tell you, are they going to beat the ratings of everybody else, or are they going to fall below? In addition, our clients use Immersion in order to edit content so that you reduce channel surfing, you get people so immersed in that experience, they've got to keep watching. The second is advertising. So you have clients in the advertising space who not only improve immersion of the commercials they produce, and that drives sales bumps strongly, but they're also able to identify who among their target audience loves this so much, they have to do something about this. So they leverage your marketing spend because they will not only purchase, they will tell everyone they know about it. This is really valuable. The third is call center. Normally a dreadful thing for customers to call in, right? They don't want to do this. Well, it turns out that immersion is contagious. So you can have call center employees wear one of our sensors, and you can actually reflect the experience that that customer is having. So instead of having a dreadful experience, they can have a great experience because they can see in real time if that person's getting frustrated or if they're really enjoying this call. Okay. Number 4 is employee performance. We know we talk about job crafting, but we really don't have the right information because, again, I'm asking you. Your supervisor, say, hey, would you like to do this new thing? What can I say? Of course I have to. But because our technology works passively in the background, we develop a catalog of what employees love to do, where they put in discretionary effort, and also identify what frustrates them, where they need training. Our algorithms even predict when people are ready for promotions. Okay? And the last is live events like speeches. We all have to do these speeches, right? We rehearse. Some person says, oh, well, make that shorter, make that longer. What we have clients doing is measuring immersion during that rehearsal so that you can see what's going to wow your audience and what puts them to sleep. So in fact, we're measuring my talk right now. I had some nice people before we started here are going to wear some of our sensors, and you can see the data coming in. See that, so this data is easy to understand, runs from 0 to 10, and benchmark for live events is around 4, so you can see that my immersion is around 4, so you guys are, I'm okay, I could be better, but that one person in purple loves me, whoever you are, thank you so much, it's awesome. But you see this data is running in real time, depending on our wireless connection. George, let's just put that on the average graph, and then I'm just gonna give you a little bit of content. So I'm gonna tell you a story. So this is a story that I've never told before. We had a recent client in a marketing person in a major movie studio in LA. And as you know, most movies lose money, and they have a couple of tentpole movies that make or break profits for the year. So she had a tentpole movie coming out. She had to get butts in the theater seats, right? Or the studio's in trouble, she may be in trouble, and she knew that asking people which movie trailer they liked better was running a fool's errand. So used our technology to measure immersion in 5 rough-cut trailers they had produced, and they found that 3 of those 5 were well below benchmark. Get rid of them. Took the other 2 and began to use our technology second by second to edit so that not only did they raise the immersion of those trailers, we generated peak immersion towards the end. So immersion is like tension in your brain. When there's so much tension, you have to do something. You gotta find out what happens to that couple at the end of the movie. I gotta buy a ticket. And what happened? That movie came out over Christmas, and in 2 weeks, it sold $500 million of tickets. Profits were made, jobs were saved. Okay, so how's my data doing? I'm looking pretty good. I think I started out okay, now I'm dropping off a little bit. You guys are hurt, you're tired of me now, okay. So imagine what you can do with this information. Instead of asking people about liking, measure what turns on their brain. So Immersion Neuroscience is a platform that lets you measure what the brain values for any number of people in any space, anywhere. It's easy to use, has lots of metrics to improve experiences, and is, I think, the most valuable information you can get on your customers and your employees that's available. So please come see me in the Tech Stadium. Love to talk to you more and hook you up and see how your immersion is when you talk to me. So thank you so much.